We have live team coverage for you tonight. Our crews, as you see, are spread out across the state.
But first, we need to get over to Emily Sutton in the Forewarned Storm Center. Emily, fires are still burning right now tonight, but at least the winds have died down some.
That's right. The only thing we're concerned about is the subtle wind changes that are happening from the west and to the northwest. It has been a devastating day in the Sooner State. The first and largest fire happened near Leedy and then Camargo. Take a look at this video from earlier today. Our storm trackers were out. Eric Dixon covering the fires in the Leedy area. Look at that. Oh, shout out to all the fire crews working tirelessly throughout the day. And they're still working into the overnight hours. And this fire is ongoing and will continue overnight. And the good news is the winds are expected to drop back. Let's take a look at the current wind gusts. Here we go. Northern Oklahoma, we're seeing gusts still to about 40 miles per hour, a vast improvement from earlier today when we had gusts at 70 to 80 miles per hour. Central Oklahoma, current wind gusts around 30 miles per hour and way lower to the south, so a huge improvement. We have a little wind change line moving through OKC with a westerly wind at around 15 miles per hour, sustained at almost 20 for Stillwater out of the west-southwest, and then a northwesterly wind behind this cold front that'll march across the state tonight. So the winds may be a little bit strong initially behind the front, and then they're expected to really decrease overnight by morning, and that's good news. So we're tracking some reduced visibility about a mile still near Stillwater, which is very dangerous obviously at night. So we have lingering smoke. We still have the blowing dust lurking in the atmosphere, and it's going to take a while to blow that out of here. So we still have a couple of warnings at this time, fire warnings. Everyone's very used to that term now. It's like a tornado warning. It means evacuate immediately. You need to take action immediately. So we still have the ongoing fires near Leedy, near Camargo. Those were racing off to the northeast. Now the smoke's moving more to the east. And then here's the very latest. Still have a couple of warnings here. Stillwater no longer under a warning at this time, but there's still some hot spots in the town of Stillwater. And farther south, we're also looking at the ongoing warning from Langston to Kearney and north of Luther. Dew points are climbing. That is a good sign. That means slowly increasing the moisture. I'm going to have more on the exact wind timing for the weekend and for next week coming up.
All right, thank you. And just in tonight, we've learned a Little Axe firefighter was injured during today's wildfire.
Little is known about their condition, just that they are in the hospital. We'll continue to follow the situation and keep you updated. Those fires have forced so many people from their homes. Evacuation orders are still in effect tonight,
including Stillwater. And that's where we find News 4's Tanner DeLeon. And Tanner, at one point, even hotels and businesses were being told to evacuate. What's the situation like now?
Yeah. No, that's exactly right. There's a lot of people, businesses, homes, people living in their homes, all told to be evacuated in Stillwater, a large area, told to leave their homes while these fires were going on. I'm currently in the Stillwater Community Center, one of many locations where is evacuation. People are allowed to come in. Food, drinks, all available for them, space especially, but there is positive news moving forward. Now we're going to show you these clips of the fires that were affecting Stillwater today. It was devastating. Multiple popping up around the city, all over the area, but the main spots, if you go from the east to west side, 6th Street to 44th Street, south to north, South Range Road to Sanger Road, those are the main areas. Those are the mandatory evacuation zones that they are telling people you have to leave. You cannot stay until you're given that okay that you can go back. Now, some of those locations listed, the Stillwater Community Center, Stillwater High School Gymnasium, Church of Christ, Sunnybrook Christian Church, those are all locations here in Stillwater where people can go to evacuate if they need to leave. And the city just announced this as well. An overnight shelter is available at the Payne County Expo Center if needed. Cots will be available. They will be provided. Those will be available for anyone else who may need a spot to stay somewhere tonight, overnight, because these fires are still going on. And while they say they do have them somewhat contained in the areas that they were getting out of hand, there are still hot spots. They're still in large areas. And because it's still so windy and dry outside, those fires can easily still pick up, cross over, and continue elsewhere. There are homes, businesses, people still being evacuated. That's why those locations that we mentioned, they'll be open. The Payne County Expo Center open throughout the night if anybody needs to stay overnight. So continue to follow our updates along with Stillwater, and we'll bring you the latest. For now, live at the Stillwater Community Center, Tanner DeLeon, Oklahoma's News 4.
All right, Tanner, thank you. Now look at this. Areas near Luther were also devastated by fire today. We watched as those flames engulfed that large shed, and at one point, you see that woman took matters into her own hands and fought those flames with a garden hose to keep it from spreading to her house.
News 4's Spencer Humphrey watched it all unfold. He joins us now live. Spencer.
Yeah, guys, we did. We watched this all unfold, just feet away from where it was happening. And, it's hard watching people going through what is probably the worst day of their life, not knowing if their house is going to be there at the end of the day, or their loved ones, or their animals. We watched as that fire started spreading northwest of Luther this afternoon. It quickly spread, really due to those brutal winds, and I got to tell you, they were brutal. It was hard to breathe, not only just because of the smoke, but just because of the wind. We watched as that fire would jump over a road and then seem to dissipate, only for embers to flare up right behind, creating new fires. Kind of an endless cycle of flare-ups and destruction, too much for firefighters to contend with. We did see that one property where a barn was totally engulfed in flames. That fire then spread to that nearby shed, collapsing that. The homeowners rushing in and out of their house and dousing the flames with that garden hose to protect that from spreading to their house. Just up the road from that, pure destruction, really. Multiple buildings reduced to ash and rubble. Some houses were spared, though. It really felt post-apocalyptic up there. We talked to quite a few families as they waited and simply had to hope and pray for the best.
When we saw the smoke, and at first we thought it was from the power plant, but then as we got closer, we saw it was a fire, and by the time we got here and the road was blocked off, we knew.
It's my first time seeing something like this. It's bad. People were crying out here,
We thought we were worried about tornadoes, but this is twice now we've had the fires. What was it, last year we had the fire up north of us and south of us?
And of course, it's not just people that live out here. It's a lot of pets and livestock, too, that did not have a way to evacuate. At one point, we came across an emu trapped on a property trying to fend for its life on the one portion of the property that had not burned up. It's going to be a long night. Firefighters still out and about trying to douse those flames. Really, they've got their work cut out for them. They're quite literally, they have too many fires to put out. So it is going to be a long night. And again, that air quality still is just, you really don't want to be breathing this in. We actually stopped by a store, grabbed some things to cover our faces with today, just because, it gets to your eyes, it gets to your throat. It really kind of really takes the energy out of you. So just heed the advice. Don't go out in this weather for too much and breathe this in. Reporting live, Spencer Humphrey, Oklahoma's News 4.
All right, Spencer. And south from there, a family we spoke with fought to keep their home from burning. This was near Waterloo and Indian Meridian.
Some farmers, while we were out there, jumped in and started to put out the fire themselves. One with a small water tank spraying out what flames they could. A family we spoke with says their family had lived there for almost their entire lives.
We just loaded up our horses, dogs.
Oh, you got your livestock out too, or is it still out there?
We got it out, man.
Okay.
We got everything that was precious to us. So.
Basically everything
Yeah.
you could imagine.
Dogs, horses,
Yep,
animals,
everything that was precious, and
That's
this is
everything that
them.
matters.
His grandfather and neighbors, the farmers near there, worked hard enough to save their home.
Others weren't as fortunate. Many properties in Luther, unfortunately, gone after a historic and horrific fire day. And one of the largest fires in our state today continues to burn in far western Oklahoma.
The town of Leedy was right in the path of the firestorm. The flames sparked around 11:30 today and are still burning right now. Our forewarned storm tracker Eric Dixon on scene throughout much of the afternoon and evening. Evacuation started around 1 o'clock, and with the wind shift, emergency management officials do not think residents will be able to return home tonight. About 20,000 acres have burned so far, and this fire is 0% contained.
And the wildfires impacted the Norman area as well.
A number of homes and structures were lost. One of the areas, 192 or 192nd and Eastern.
Our crews found homeowners trying to put out some of the hot spots. Police say about 7 homes and 20 outbuildings were destroyed. The winds ripped down power lines in the area of 108th and Indian Hills Road, knocking out power to parts of Norman today and this evening. You watched the heartbreaking scene unfold here live.
2 homes in northwest Oklahoma City burned to the ground.
It's surreal. It is definitely surreal. Like I said, I don't even know truly how I feel. I just trust God.
That woman leaning on her faith tonight. News 4's John Hayes is there. He's live. John, you spoke with this family. Heartbreaking.
It definitely was heartbreaking watching all of this play out here. I spoke with Morgan Mayhew. It was a tough conversation to have with her about watching her home of 5 years burn to the ground in front of her eyes, in front of our eyes, and of course folks at home were finally getting a chance to see what's left of it here now that the road has opened back up. You can see what used to be a 2-story home has now collapsed in on itself, and really just a lot of debris scattered in the yard here. It's going to be a tough time for these folks as they work to rebuild and figure out the next steps in their lives. But I really want you to take a look at how serious the situation was. If you didn't have a chance to catch it live, you'll see how those flames, looking more like a candle, really quickly worked their way through the second story of Morgan's home here. You're also going to see the roof eventually collapsing. A second home also catching fire as well. No one was inside of either of them or was hurt. The Oklahoma City Fire Department tells me a grass fire was the cause here, burning through a few fences as well. Crews dousing those flames. Mayhew says she and her husband are also foster parents as well. Their church, Holy Temple Baptist, is helping out with a place to stay, but it's still pretty hard.
Today is my baby boy's first birthday. Birthday party is scheduled for tomorrow in that home that is currently on fire. It was a 5-bed, 3-bath. My kids had a jungle gym upstairs. They had monkey bars, slides, ball pits, swings, all upstairs. They had the parking, in the upstairs. They all just redid their rooms.
Tough time. That family also looking for their 5-year-old Rottweiler. They told me they've had him since he was a puppy. A silver lining, though, they say they've been told that he made it out. A few neighbors came up to us just a few hours ago of reports of seeing him around the neighborhood. They were working to wrangle him and hopefully get word to them that he is all right, is alive. So that's hopefully some good news for them. But yeah, really just a terrible day for this family, these homeowners, and the second homeowner as well that were caught up in a windy and terrible situation. I'm reporting live from Oklahoma City. John Hayes, Oklahoma's News 4.